intercooler, so a lot of people realize that the stock bumper cover and grill set doesn't necessarily provide the best airflow to that intercooler. People will oftentimes trim the bumper cover to allow more airflow, or change the grill set out. Not really a fan of the cut bumper look. Still want to maintain a clean look, and I don't think it will really gain that much as far as airflow. I think I'll get the biggest gain in airflow by getting rid of that big old hunk of grill right there, and that'll give me a better flow over into the intercooler. So for my situation, I decided to go with the Zun Sport WRX grill set. They're out of the UK. It's your basic mesh grill set. Things tacked into place nicely. No sharp edges. And as you see, that big hunk of black plastic that was right there it's gone, and that'll give me better flow across the top half of that, or top third of that intercooler. I'm really anxious to see how this looks on the car. This is Zoyco Garage. Let's get to work. We're going to start with the lower grille cover. There's really not much to removing it. Once you have your bumper cover off, simply just pop it with a screwdriver off the clips and it'll come off. I ended up cutting the ends off of it, and I left that end portion here to kind of close up that open area. I may slip those back in, depending how this looks when we're done. They do provide instructions, a printed set, and a video link. They suggest putting this in through the front. It seems pretty tight, and it'll be likely to scratch the cover, so I've opted to push it in from the back. Here you kind of just carefully wedge it into place. Alright, there we go. Now what we're looking for is to get these tabs, these flanges lined up with the edge of the bumper, and then we've got clips that will insert at that point, and then that will let the grill set vertical into place. With our clips and flanges lined up, we want to check, make sure we have a similar reveal around the entirety of the grill. That looks pretty good. We can see that. Yeah, you try to move that in from the front, you're going to scratch the crap out of your bumper cover. Alright, there's not much to do in these clips. Just take your hand, apply pressure on the back side or front side. And you'll hear it click in. Just want to give it a little knock. And repeat that process for the remaining clips. What I'm going to do for a little extra something, I'm going to pinch these closed around that plastic tab a little tighter. Not much, just to help keep it in place. Nice. Yeah, There is some gap here. I had thought about buying some edging. If this bothers you, you may want to do that. I'm actually just going to probably throw a couple beads of black silicone on the back side just to clean that up some. But overall, it's a very nice fit. Can't really blame them here. I like the way that looks. Moving on with the grill install, we're going to remove this JDM grill. It's the first mod I did to this car. It's a good looking grill, just blocks too much of the airflow. So we're going to get rid of it. We'll try to salvage the black and gold badge and affix it to the new grill. In order to get this out, we have to take out these screws. And it's a good looking grill and badge. Now we're going to get the grill into place. Again, just like the lower grill, this is going to be a tight fit. There's a flange here. You want to try to push it into that hole. Same on this side. Then the instructions say to use a screwdriver. Okay, I don't know if you heard that, but it does start to pop in. Then they say to continue to repeat that process till it's snapped into place. Here's the back side of those clips we just popped in. Now we're going to try to do the same up here. So I ran into a slight snag on the top edge of the grill. There's this flange where there's nowhere for it to go. So I took the Dremel and just gouged out a real rough slot. And I was able to push the flange all the way in. The next step, they say to screw. There's a screw that will screw in from the front. Not too bad. It's definitely race car looking. I'll probably trim that edge back there and clean it up some. So I opted against cutting that out at this time. I went ahead and just used some all-weather Gorilla tape and just wrap the edge in black. And it looks better than it did. I'm just going to leave it at that for now. Definitely going to add a screw here and a screw there. I can't find any at this moment, but I'll do that, and that will square that up a little bit better. Next challenge is to get that gold badge on there. Oh yeah, that looks good. So not having a place to mount the badge, I went ahead and came up with a way to do this myself. I'm using an old badge that I had. Actually have another one of these, and then I have the black and gold one. Yes, I know that one's upside down. This will give me a spot to attach the gold badge. It's cool. So how I mounted this and got it onto the grill. It doesn't look too pretty, but I set 2 screws very carefully into the plastic just to keep it in place. And then just in case those vibrate loose, I just took some exterior caulking, just squashed it in there, squished it in there. Just take up some of the void there and keep it firmly in place. Should be fine. Doesn't look great, but you're never going to see that. So what that does now, like I said, that gives me a spot to go ahead and then I can use trim tape and attach the badge as normal. If you've done the badges before, there's nothing much to it. Pop this off the old JDM grill, reapplied some 3M trim tape, trimmed it to match the shape. Alright, we got the backside of the tape off. Get the outer ring ready. Make sure I have this placed properly. Alright, now with that in place, I'm just going to gently apply pressure because you can bend this grill rather easily. Continue to apply some pressure with my hand.